Hola mdogi, habari za bushi.
Hola, grand.
Sharp man. Yeah, are we to this Swahili vet?
Ase home game ya rona eno.
Ase home game ya rona. O bone batho ba le mfetho ba thabile jwang go Sundowns is coming to their country. They are ecstatic but Tanzania to be watching this. I don't even know how to describe Sundowns, man.
I hope Obaking will send it to some of their friends. The lyrics it's up in our own, like what I just go to stadium
Opula Midu before game start. Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. By the time we play this game, it'll be only 10 days, I think, and yeah, man, I miss the boys. And now being a Liverpool supporter internationally, and you know, at least when Sundowns is playing, you get to celebrate the win. I don't know, you know, but yeah, CAF Champions League is back after what's happened in the last couple of days. At this game, I'm just glad we finally going to play. And Belouizdad, what do you think? Have you watched their games? Have you seen any clips of theirs?
I managed to check their stats and watched some of their clips, more especially that league. But the last game it was it was against TP Mazembe, Lubumbashi, and I think they played very well. And you know, what happens? I always saw TP Mazembe, Lubumbashi, Eternal Man United, Howard Webb, where they were benefiting. Even later, I don't think it will disagree now because they both know Lubumbashi, but they played very well. They let TP Mazembe have the ball and try to punish them on a counter because of they had speedy players and players who are good on the ball, and also their midfielders can spray those long balls behind the defense of the opponents. And also their goalkeeper is very good in terms of handling the ball and distributing the ball. But I think against us, I wonder, will they go toe-to-toe against us, or will they let us have the ball like they did with TP Mazembe, then try to hit us on a counter? But I'm looking forward on how are you going to approach the game and also set up when they play us on Sunday.
Yeah, man, I saw a lot of the highlights at game Mazembe, and they created way better chances than Mazembe in that game. And to be honest, from what I saw, I think they should have won that game in terms of the type of chances they created, you know. And then I was full game where they won 6-0. Yes, I don't think this will be our most difficult game, but I think it will be our most entertaining game because those guys play quality football. They play good football. They are not a typical North African side, man. They play the ball on the ground. They play on the front foot. They are an offensive team, you know. And yeah, man, Habana, they're different to most of the North African teams that I've seen over the years. And I really think this is going to be an open and entertaining game. And to be honest, I'm jealous. Sorry, I'm not Tanzanian right now, and I would have loved to see this game, watched it live, you know.
I think their approach sometimes it is based on how the opponents play, because of against TP Mazembe they were trying to penetrate central, but against ES Setif, like they used their fullbacks and their wingers, and they managed to put some quality crosses. And also when they attack, they add a lot of numbers in the box of opponents, and they do.
They overload the 18 what's while in fate.
yeah. Against Gibamon USM Bell accept they won 3-1, and the goal to the is like you go to like they are passing, they are pass a box the opponent and try to get goals. As a team they rely only on crosses, but also they can play football, they can create a lot of chances, and they have number 10 Yabona, Amir Sayud. Yes, he's a good player. He's a good player. Musa Dembele wa Chotine, like he's calm on the ball. He can play those diagonal balls, and also
any type of ball he plays out CLMV.
Yeah. You know, and also on custom he can drop deep and collect the ball from their defense and start the attack, and also he can spray those champagne passes on their final third. So I think we should keep an eye on him.
Yeah, no, that guy is quality. You know, now last time, you know, Papu Gomez, Neil captain at Atalanta. He's now at Sevilla, I think. Yeah. He, for me, is that type of player. He's a joy to watch, man. Like, bona de rubuanga thing, e ka rubua ka msheshi or Gaston. Tell it about bolo yeah, no, we need to keep an eye on him. As well as their number 25, Kokpu. He plays
a strike.
Yes. But I just a few hours, an hour or so ago, they posted more Twitter. Their traveling squad, and Goku I didn't see his name unless he uses another name as well. You know how it works in some of these countries. So yeah, for me those are the two to watch, but especially Sayud. He is he's a joy to watch, man. And actually, let's talk about this guy. What do we do now, Rapelanka? This guy, do we put someone on him, or we let him worry about us?
It will depend how they play. If they are going to build from the back and also Lena collect the ball from the midfield, I think it will be more dangerous. But if they are going to play long balls and rely on counter attacks, I think Hanover more dangerous.
That team doesn't play long ball, in fact. Yes, once in a while they play, but they almost all the clips Boni, they are a ball playing team, but when they knock the ball on fit, but they form the triangle. I think, you know, this team, of all the teams that I've seen over the years, don't get me wrong, I think they are the closest team England battling is like Sundowns. This team, from what I saw, they play very similar to Honam Fate, you know. But another thing that I picked up, they played 4-2-2-2, and they had the full back star one, both the left back and the right back, they bombing forward, and they bomb forward like Liverpool, the way Trent Tole le robodo, they don't watch for it. Trent, the right back doesn't wait to see if the left back is gone and he stays, or vice versa. They both go, and they both starting point someone, it's almost more halfway lining. So you can imagine that hence they have so many numbers in the box, in their box, you know. So it will be very interesting where do they change their system because they're playing against a dangerous team like Sundowns, but if they play the way they played from what I saw in terms of the numbers they had, this is one game. You know what Coach Pizzo used to do and to Gaston? He used to have him cheat. Ask like Gaston who defender. This is one game where I think we should do that, you know. And yeah, no, these guys this when I watched the game, the plan was to just watch short in 20 wabo. I didn't tend to watch the whole game, and I ended up watching the whole game, because I was really entertained. Hey,
against Jimmy Abonaya Setif, first 15 minutes they had about 5 quality crosses, and like the fullback star, they know how to cross the ball. It's just they play between the goalkeeper and the defense, or sometimes Halka boxing, he pushes backward, Babatale cut back. So they have different types style of play. So I don't know how are they going to approach game Ronaldo that Sunday, but I'm looking forward to like I said, they are going to go for 2-2 against us, or play like they did against Mazembe. But it is their home game. They have to win. They have looked at the draw. Babono Mazembe played a draw against King Al Hilal. So this is a chance for them. Batole 4 points and level on points. So I think they don't have.
If Barija they go on top, I care about the first game. So if they did before,
okay, I think they have to come out and play and try to get 3 points. And when you come out and try to play against Sundowns, you always leave those spaces more like Mshishi and Serino. They get to occupy those spaces and cause some danger to the opponents. And lastly, they know how to bully the referees. Yes. Against Setif, one of their defenders, Aurelie fullback Setif, but like they didn't go to the referee. But Bona once for a player, Bona, they're always on the head. So I'm expecting the referee not to be intimidated. Yeah, and also North Africans and diving. So Libusa and Nascimento have to be cautious and try to keep a little space between the opponent.
And they domestically, they're not doing too bad. I mean, they've played they are seventh on actually leaguing, but they have a couple of games in hand. So in their last 5, but we need 2, but draw 3, scored 6 and conceded 3. So but like us, they haven't played in a while. So I wonder if Libona. Oh wait, they haven't played an official game in a while, but they played a friendly game 2 days ago, which I caught yesterday, or I think yesterday, and it didn't look like a 90 minutes game. It looked like a game that was divided into 30 minutes. They scored quite a lot of goals, but again, it was a friendly game, So yeah, they won by a huge margin. I even ended up losing count because in Nebako Ranche, but they also conceded quite a lot of goals because at some stage they were 2-0 down. A game nearly a starter, But they are not a typical Champions League team. They don't have history with Champions League. I think the last time Nebal Champions League was around 2001, 2002. They've played a lot who confederations. Do you think this might count against them not having Champions League experience? Yes, they have a CAF experience, a bit of that, but they don't have a Champions League experience.
I think one thing we should do is not to judge them based on their history or on the competition. Because of Lorona, you remember 2015 when we started taking CAF Champions League very seriously. Like, our history wasn't that good. Sometimes we get knocked out in preliminary stages, or sometimes we don't qualify. So we don't know how serious they take this tournament, because of some teams sometimes they prefer to do well domestic and careful, like honor fixtures in this. So
I think we shouldn't. This sounds like a sub-tweet, eh?
So let's play them like we play against Al Ali with that Casablanca. But let's take this game serious. And like they are strong. They can challenge every team.
Yeah.
Like how they played against Mazembe, and also how they have done in the league. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a game of Ronaldo Kaka Sunday.
Yeah, and I don't wanna. Oh, yesterday I watched Mazembe Hilal, ne? And honestly, I wasn't impressed at all by both clubs, ne? And having watched these guys, man, Belouizdad, I'm starting to think, or it might be us and them going through. I will definitely go through. It's just a matter of by how many points. I think we'll top this group because the Mazembe is no longer the same, man. Mazembe, but yeah. But yeah, let's move on to us. We haven't played in a long time. We haven't played in 10 days, and every single time Sundowns in Kanako, hey man, games are on. We don't start that well, we take time to get into the game. How do you think this will affect us going into this match? Lebona, we are in a similar boat, Lebona. So do you think it will affect both teams, or do you think will hit the ground running from the first whistle?
I think it will affect both teams because of Lebona. They last played TP Mazembe. Then ever since then, so I think it will affect both teams. And go Sundowns like from a preseason. Our first few games like sharp. So it will affect both teams. But we know Sundowns it is a very professional team, and also we know we have a good video analyst, and I think they have done their homework on the opponent. And lastly, as much as re promote not like bona and they have that momentum. So I think both teams will be affected, but I think another advantage of they are not playing at home. This is a neutral venue. We have good chances of winning the game. And also, I look at the training pitch and I sharp, but I hope Benjamin Mkapa, I hope it is a good pitch because of Kibona, I say artificial. So, question both teams are affected. I think they will be affected. I think on the first 15 minutes of the game, maybe we'll lose a couple of balls, but after that first 15 minutes, that's where Kalang thing and knock the ball around.
Yeah, and I really wish you the moment like last week Thursday, immediately after it was confirmed of this game, I wish Sundowns could have approached the league. Yeah, okay, can we play Maritzburg Monday, Tuesday? Because the team is only flying out this today. It's Thursday today. The team is only flying out today, and it's not a long flight. It's a 3.5 hour flight to Tanzania. So I think if we had played Maritzburg, go into this game, really a bit of that match fitness so that I qualify again, but yeah, do you think again, yes, it's their home match, but it's being played in a neutral venue, do you think now the technical team has changed their plan for this game compared to when we would have played them at their backyard. Do you think now that it's a neutral venue, they've changed and they are going to approach the game differently to how they would have if we were playing in Algeria?
Definitely. I think they have changed how we are going to approach the game because of Algeria. Obviously, they know pitch team king CR, so they are playing at the neutral venue. They don't know the pitch, and obviously we have the support of the Tanzanian fans. So I think they'd want to use that as our advantage, so and try to go for a kill or try to play our normal game and we give them a respect, like we are Sundowns, we can challenge, and also we know what we are capable of. So I think the approach, it might not be similar as anybody playing North Africa.
To me, this is not. Yes, it's a neutral venue, but I feel like it's our home game and we should take advantage of it. For me, judging by social media, the Tanzanians are going to be backing Sundowns 100%. And they're so excited to have us there, And I think we should take advantage of this and get the maximum points. I think we should win this match. So if we win this match, for not to in the group stages in the Champions League to advance, you need to win your home matches. So Mazembe, this team still to come to South Africa. For me, that's 6 points. That makes it 9. This game, now I'm gonna say it's our home game, Shim. It's another one of our home games. We're playing 4 home games. We need to win this game, get to 12 points. 12 points, we through to the quarterfinals. So I really think we should take advantage of the situation. This favors us more than it does the North Africans.
And we should try to win our games as soon as possible because towards the end of the league, most of the games in hand. And sometimes, our football association, sometimes I postpone the game, like fixture, like we play in every 3 games. I think let's qualify while we still have other games in hand, the Champions League game. And also, like, pressures where we are forced to go game 6, we have to get 3 points. So I think game 4, I think at least we know our position, we have qualified, even though number 2, number 1, but game 4, we are already qualified.
Exactly, because as it is already, the games are on since the there's game Maritzburg this weekend. Game that was supposed to take place now, Polokwane. It's now gonna be on the 10th. So the games are on, so yeah, we need to make sure we finish group by the end of match day 4 in the Champions League. Qualify so that we take focus again back to the league. Hence, remember when I said Harry Champions League, a good cushion. I think everything for when I via sharp right now. The boys will be playing in front of a crowd for the first time in almost a year. How do you think this is going to affect them?
I think it don't affect them. I think it will feel like confidence. I think they are excited to play in a stadium full of fans. So I think because it has been a while, like maybe Real Slimon, like for fans. I think they are happy and looking forward to play in a stadium full of fans. And Sundowns already in the social media, like the Tanzanians are looking forward to going go stadium and support us. So I think the supporters of Sundowns they know they have the support of the like Tanzanian fans. You don't feel as if Badala away. So I think they are happy and looking forward to play in a stadium that has fans. So
no, it's Elena. If I was one of the players, I'd be looking forward to this game. How many points do you think qualifies us to the quarterfinal? How many points do you think we need to get from this group?
Last we got 13.
14.
We got 14 because we won 4 and drew 2. So I think 13, but 13, 12 because of we look at the other 3 teams the way they perform getting. Like I think this time we won't need as much points as we collected in our previous campaign go Champions League. I think 13, 12 for more, but now I want as many points as we could get. More than 14, so be it actually. 14 points.
Yeah, and I think 12 this season will do. I think these guys will cancel out each other, and now we win 2 home games and 1 away game, and one thing I'm happy about, we have a very good history with the team Algeria. I mean, we've beaten them twice away in the last few years. Wow. So I'm really happy about that. Let's another good thing, Rapelang, that in the last few games, the players most of them are coming back from injuries. I think COVID hasn't affected us as much as it did towards the end of last year, early this year, so a lot of things are coming together nicely for us, man, and it really has me excited, and hopefully I think the only person who was a starter who's been a regular that might not be around Ke Mandela, but I think most of our hopefully they are around, and let's get into the starting lineup. How do we set up?
I want us to go with the same formation like when we played Baroka, but when you look at a guy like Kemet, the impact I've been in our previous 2 games against Al Hilal and also against Baroka. So you ask yourself whether you bench him or you start him because of like coming on as a sub and changing the game already on that confidence. So I am amazed to deal with starting lineup go Sundowns because you don't know who to bench, you don't know who to start. So I think goalkeeper, it is obvious Dennis will play. Left back we will have Lyle, and our centre backs it will be Musa and Nascimento, and right back I think that they will still play Maboe. Central midfield.
Wait, let's touch on Taboya right back here. I don't know what they will do, but this is what I will do. Chimiel Rapelang, the attacking numbers, and I think this is one game where Pesia Tapelo comes into the picture. I think because of the way they bomb forward, we really use Pesia Tapelo both in defense and in attack. So now I agree with everything except for right back, and now we'll start into Tapelo in this game. When I forget what the technical team might do. When now what would you do?
Like what you have said, Lena, like it's a change decision because of like how Nutuba, like their fullbacks and their wingers, how they push forward. So when you have a guy like Tapel, the opponents wingers and fullbacks, they will be more worried about stopping Tapelo from going forward, because you know how Tapelo is right back, left back in Makai, and Hamaki left back. So I think having Tapelo, like, it will be an advantage for us. And also, like, actually game time, like in Aguanta Satal, but based on how the opponents play and how they overload their sides, I think playing Tapelo, it will be a right decision. But the technical team has shown that they have faith and confidence in Maboe. So as much as this game will suit Tapelo, but I think the technical team will wanna they can play Maboe. But like,
let's just say it won't be a surprise if they play Maboe, and I don't think there will be so much unhappiness from the supporters. You know, it's one of those either or. You know, yeah. Let's get into. Okay, continue.
Whoever plays, I think defense won't complain. When midfielding, I'd go for Rivaldo. I'd go for AJ, and also from Kulisi. Kulisi has been fantastic in our previous game.
Bless her. Bless her. Munam. It has become impossible to drop Bless her now. And Bless her is a starter at Sundowns. A vital part of this machine, you know. And another thing why, Linda, I agree with that midfield three. The thing is, that midfield three, Abela, there's so much mobility, man. Like, they all move around. And you know why I think Andile is key in this game? Andile helps the team when it comes to defending and attacking. This guy in Sayud, Andile, Harry defender. Ekaba yena am monitora ngwabo. If he goes to the left, Andile goes with him. If he goes to the right, Andile goes to him. And then maybe if he goes deep to pick up the ball, he gives him to Bless Awabo. So I think Andile, and this is one game, I'll be so mad with our technical team if they don't start Andile. This is one game where you need Andile. And the one thing I like about Andile yes, Bolong, when to kick your opponents, when to let your opponent go, so, and his arrogance come around him. When you play the North Africans, he gets into your face and you feel his presence in fact. So he's not easily intimidated. So he's a soldier, Andile, in fact. And these are the type of games that you need Andile Katso now when you play these North African in Toabo. So I think Sayud, Andile can take care of him. And I don't think he'd be able to take care of Andile when we have the ball. So I really hope the technical team starts with Andile mo gaming in and he's a vital cog and so Andile for this game.
And Andile, he's a clever player. You know how to read the game, and you know there are moments where you should like close down the opponent, and there are moments where you should let him have the ball, just check the position. So Andile is that kind of player. Had the spirit to win a ball, so you know when to position himself. And what I like about Andile is that with Andile on the pitch, we can manage the game. Like where he can spray those passes, slow down the game, and invite the opponent to throw back a ball. And as soon as the opponent they come out to mark, that's where they leave up spaces. And you know Andile is a good passer of the ball. So about Nkulisi, like he has been fantastic in previous games. Like I'm more impressed when he has the ball, he turns and look at the opponent. I want our advanced midfielders who turns and face the opponent so that you know where to pass. And also he has been adding a lot of numbers, boxing. You look at our second goal,
Yeah,
he was involved. Yeah, he was involved. So that's why I want him to play. He can come deep and collect the ball and try to pass around, but I want him supporting our offensive players. So I think right now Khulusi is untrappable. And I'll go for that three. Front three.
This team ne mo game ne ke shebile ya Komaene. The one thing that I picked up, I don't want to say they don't know, but it's game management ne habana yona compared to Rona. We know how to manage. Bona ha ba tshwara ntho bolo gape lang the first thought yeah, everyone in the field attack wabo habana ntho le hore Rona we know re tlo attack and then we decide no Harry Podiseng hanyane Harry Podisa you'll have Serino going into our half. I jigsetse who River. You'll have both Serino and Mshishi doing that, you know, and then we pick up a gear. So Bonadi constantly on the offensive. So I think that against us, if they do that, globally matter. So yeah, front.
I'd go for Peter. Gaston, Ash. Just flop Erasmus. Previous game was sharp, and every time when he came on, he changed the game. So I think Battle Kalakam Shish, because you know, go Sundowns. You can come on and change the game, but sometimes they keep the lineup as it is, like the previous game. And Wahopola, Lele Kapinga in the early stages of the league, Nalman Aikena assist up and change the game for us. So, but they went to a bench. But I think go Sundowns, as long as Batiba, even go onto local bench, Mara, when you come in, we know that you could have a positive impact, and we know that what I'm impressed kind of now the substitutions so you know if a certain player doesn't perform, you know you have an Erasmus on the bench who can come on and change the game. So I think they will go with Zwane. Yeah, I think they'll go with Zwane. So it's Zwane, Serino and Shalulile.
I'll now go with that front three, Zwane, Shalulile, Le Gaston. Let's touch on Msheshi Hanyan. Are we focusing too much on Msheshi because he hasn't scored or assisted in a while? Is he that bad that it warrants that he gets dropped?
I'm not sure. I gave him a 17. I think he wasn't good, but as I said last night, actually, no man. And also, I think they are judging him because of how he has performed recently and how he has contributed to the goals. You know, like first 10 games of the league, he was banging goals. So I think they wanted him to be consistent and score, but what sometimes he has the moments that are high go leaking where the performance will drop down, and you know sometimes he will perform like the normal shish, you know. So I think the expectations are high. But you want football of the year, every fan Udilo sharp, perform sharp, but the expecting Hagimi fail. Either you have a goal or an assist. She played well against Alilal. Like his passing was very good. Like he had some good through ball style letting our offensive players. Like against Baroka, he tried. And one thing about Shish, when he has a bad game, having turned out, okay, I'm having a bad game. I will let our midfielders win the ball for us. Lena, like he helps the team in terms of pressing and defending. So as much as I think what he gave us in early stages of the league, but I think Lena like well contributed to the winning of the team, because of we don't win because of we only score. We win because of we play as a team, we mark as a team. So I think Shishi, he is a complete player. So I think I would keep him.
You know, situation yam Shishi it's finally amanga bela. It's finally Alkay Gundogan, but in reverse. In way of Gundogan is scoring now and everyone is on some Gundogan unzwimbu. Whereas this guy has been a quality player from his days on to Dortmund, you know. So the goal, the assist, I think. So Lena, yes, there are games where recently where he hasn't been performing that well, but it's not like he's poor. And Lena, I was one of those who was like, I am happy for him. But you know, after a while, you look back to game and think, okay, but yes, he contributed this and that. You know, he won't score
and
a game.
And like how were 8 games in the early stages of the league? Obviously, the second round of the league, the opponents are clever enough because they look at how you played. So sometimes they know how to shut you down. So I think the teams they have looked at Mshishi. They try to go him frustrated and let him drop too deep and have the ball there instead of having the ball at the final third where he's more dangerous. So I think the opponents they have studied him enough. So I think sometimes it's a contribution is got leaking and until what I'm going to highlight the last week, like Serino, you know, there were talks of Al Ali in and you know, when they are talk stock player, he might go to a certain team. When he comes back to the team or movie on effect, he'll drop his head like he won't give his all to the team. But you look at Gaston, like wadlala fit, or it's like Al Ahly never shown an interest more you know, like in 20 it's really and he's willing to play for Sundowns and win more titles for Sundowns, and that is a good mindset they player because you know some of players didn't it's so I think Gaston and I do mainland to affect the performance. So yeah, no, you spot on. I was honestly one of those who thought, oh no, he's a typical South American. He's gonna sulk. He's gonna do what I saw Coutinho doing, and Barcelona name Batla. He's gonna, but he's really. If there's one person who used to tweet about this a lot, Obi, professionalism, Serino. No, he's a hard worker. He's a focused boy, and I think the coach Mangoba, I can't remember, he post-match interview or something that I was watching, or it was on the radio. He mentioned, or he even said he's not as crazy as most people think he is. You know, so it shows, man. He looks happy, Gaston. Man, he's bubbly, he's that Gaston. I mean, most social media you I mean, Gaston was swimming al family high, we get la pool, we get la clock up. He's happy, man. Honestly, I was worried this might affect him mentally, but I really like how he's taking this. Scoreline? We're gonna concede, but we are going to win the game. I think 2-1 or 3-1.
Yeah, and I'm also going with you. I think we will concede, but I think we'll score more than them. So I'll go with 2-1 as well.
Peter will score, and also Shish. The third one, I think those two will score, and I'm looking forward to that goal celebration. I could actually like every time Lala, like I'm looking forward to that celebration. That the way he steps and the way he throws himself on the floor. So yeah, Peter will definitely score.
I just hope that celebration it doesn't end in tears. I really hope for yeah. Then I think Peter will score, and one of our center backs will score. Before it close, we next game after this game. Mazembe away. Do you think we'll fly straight to Nto or we'll come back home? We'll fly straight to Lumumbashi or we'll come back home?
When are we playing Mazembe?
Saturday, 6-3.
I think we'll fly straight, and it makes more sense of fly straight instead of coming to South Africa and flying back to Lubumbashi. So I think let's go to Lubumbashi as early as we can and retreat and settle down and also have enough time to prepare against them.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. Masandawana, thanks. Please don't forget to subscribe, to comment and like, and tell your friends to tell their friends about Masandawana fan vlog. Comment with your preferred lineup. Thanks, man, for continuously supporting us. The love on social media, the constructive criticism. Really appreciate the support. Shom Dogish.
Ula.
Asante kwa tuzama. Till we meet again.
Sharp.